Okay, so you know how the biggest names in AI are basically in a constant state of war, right? Fierce rivals, always one-upping each other. Well, what if I told you there's a simple three-letter acronym that's quietly getting them all to work together? It's true. And to figure out what it is, we're going to start with a quick quiz.
All right, first up, what does MCP stand for? Is it maybe the Master Control Program from the classic movie Tron?
Or how about something totally different, like the Malawi Congress Party?
Okay, maybe it's a tech thing, a Microsoft certified professional?
Or, and this one's a deep cut, it could be something literally right at your fingertips, the metacarpophalangeal joint. Yeah, that's just a fancy way of saying your knuckles.
So here's the fun part. All of those are actually correct. But the MCP we're talking about today is the Model Context Protocol, and this is the one that's somehow getting giants like Anthropic, OpenAI, and Google to actually sit down at the same table and agree on something. Wild, right?
So let's dive in. What's the big deal? Well, to get it, you first have to understand the massive, messy problem that this so-called USB-C for AI was built to fix.
You see, before MCP, trying to connect an AI model to, well, anything in the real world was a total nightmare. Seriously, imagine you have N number of AI models, and you have M number of tools or data sources. Think calendars, databases, email clients, you name it. For every single connection, a developer had to build a unique, one-off custom connector. It was a chaotic, expensive mess, and in the dev world, they call this the N by M problem.
And this really shows you the night and day difference. On one side, you've got the before, this tangled web of custom connectors for everything. It was slow, crazy expensive, and kept every AI model stuck in its own little box. But on the other side, the after MCP world, we get a single universal standard. Suddenly, AIs aren't siloed anymore. They can all speak the same language.
And that right there is why so many people like Ars Technica jumped on this USB-C for AI nickname. I mean, it's the perfect analogy, isn't it? Instead of carrying around a bag full of different chargers and adapters, you just have one port that does it all. That's what MCP is doing for the entire AI ecosystem.
Okay, so we get the what and the why. But how does it actually work? Like, what's under the hood that lets all these different systems finally talk to each other? Let's break it down.
Well, it all boils down to three core building blocks. Just three. They're called tools, resources, and prompts. And these three things create a simple, standardized way for any AI to see data, understand what's going on, and then actually do something about it.
Now, what's really smart about this is how it clearly defines who's in charge of what. First, you have tools. Think of these as verbs, the actions the AI can take, like send an email or book a flight. The AI model itself controls these. Then you have resources. These are the nouns, the passive read-only information, like a PDF file or your calendar. The application you're using decides what information to share. And finally, you have prompts. These are basically recipes or templates for complex tasks, and you, the user, are in control. You're the one who says, hey, let's start the plan a vacation recipe.
All right, that's the theory. Kind of abstract, right? So let's make it real. Let's see how these three pieces, tools, resources, and prompts, all come together in a super common scenario, planning a vacation. So just imagine you're using an AI travel planner. This app can connect to your calendar, your email, and some travel booking service. And the key is they're all communicating using MCP. Let's see how it plays out.
Okay, so check this out. It all starts with you. Step one, you kick things off by using a prompt, maybe one called Plan a Vacation, and you just pop in your destination and dates. Simple. Step two, the app then securely gathers the resources. It looks at your calendar for when you're free and maybe pulls up your past travel preferences to give the AI some context. Step three, now the AI model armed with all that context gets to work. It uses its tools like search flights and check weather to find the best options for you. And finally, step four, you look it over, give it the thumbs up, and the AI uses more tools to book hotel, create a calendar event, and send an email with all your confirmations. See that? It's like a perfectly choreographed dance, all kicked off by one simple request from you.
I mean, that's a pretty powerful idea, right? A total game changer. So the big question is, did the industry actually go for it? And are there any hidden dangers we need to think about?
While the answer is a resounding yes, and it happened at like lightning speed, Anthropic drops the MCP open standard in late 2024. By March of the next year, its number one rival, OpenAI, officially adopts it. And then, just 1 month after that, Google DeepMind jumps in with support for Gemini.
You have to understand this kind of thing just doesn't happen. Getting fierce competitors to agree on an open standard this fast is practically unheard of in the tech industry. It shows you just how badly this was needed.
And the so what here is huge. This signals a massive shift toward a world where AI is truly interoperable. We're finally building the common ground, the shared language, so that different AIs and different tools can all play nicely together in the same sandbox, no matter who built them.
But of course, it's not all sunshine and roses. With any powerful new tech, you've got to talk about the risks. Security researchers are already flagging some potential dangers. The big one is called prompt injection. This is scary stuff. Imagine an attacker hides a malicious command inside a seemingly innocent PDF. When your AI reads it, the hidden command could tell it to, say, secretly forward all of your private emails to the attacker. Yikes! Then there are other worries, like how perfectly safe tools could be combined in weird ways to accidentally leak data. The good news is the community is all over this, but it's definitely a major challenge they're working to solve.
So, when you boil it all down, the Model Context Protocol is more than just a standard. It's the foundational language for AI collaboration. It's the essential plumbing that's going to enable a whole new generation of incredible, intelligent applications we can't even imagine yet. And that leaves us with one big, fascinating question to chew on. Now that all of our AIs can finally speak the same language, what are we going to ask them to build?